To make it official, he still has to complete a second run at the same speed or faster. But the ATV, fast as it was, did not exactly run smoothly. In fact, it gave Terry quite a scare.
What happened? You ran out of fuel?
No, there was an explosion and then suddenly the damn thing jerked.
We had to do one more final run to back up our fastest, and the rocket failed. We could not get it to ignite. We couldn't get it to go into a high stage burn.
Yeah, it completely failed.
Oh no, that's so nice. Hotter than hell.
The rocket won't engage. Without it, he can't make the second run. With time running out, Terry comes up with a do-it-yourself solution. A dangerous solution.
Okay, look, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna open this nozzle and we're gonna fire this rocket 100% right here.
We're going to light the rocket from a standstill, have it lit, and then I was going to turn it to full power manually and launch. You know, so I mean, that's, you know, you got a flamethrower right here and you're playing around with fuel, you'll lose more than your eyebrows.
The solution puts Jeff at risk. The fire department and medical service have to agree.
We're about to do something at really high risk here in a second. We're gonna fire this thing at low stage. He's gonna be right next to the rocket, and he's gonna put it in high stage while he's standing next to it.
The fire department wasn't too crazy about it. They were gonna put him in a fire suit and a mask, just in case.
2,000 degrees, just don't be behind it.
Yeah, you get a hell of a sunburn. But fortunately, prior to having to do that,
By the grace of God, one of the solenoids came back.
the solenoid cooled off, came back around, everything started working. There you go. You got solenoid.
I got a solenoid there.
You got a solenoid now.
Let's go with it while it's cooled off.
Hey guys, this next run, you gotta average it with the last run. There's just enough juice for one more. And we're gonna light him like a candle pointing your direction, or like a rocket. He's leaving it full power.
And we're gonna wind up destroying the rocket on this burn. That's why it's our last one.
Yeah, but if you can back up 193, you know, that's good.
Terry had hit 193 miles per hour on his first run. To set the record at 200 miles an hour, he's going to have to push the ATV further than he ever pushed it before.
I need to do 207 to do my claim.
I think he needed to hit 207 to average out 200. That's what he wanted. He's getting ready to fire up. This is it. Like, man, you know, that's a pretty big jump from 193 to 207.
Time to go for Brooke.
This is it. This is all the fuel he's got, and he's got to make it count. He's shooting for 207.
Roger that. Final run, run 5.
Terry races towards 200 miles per hour, but he finds himself riding a rocket out of control.
And I went tearing down the track, and then the solenoid froze open. So I actually went through the traps, and according to Pete, even though I went through the traps with the time necessary to set the record, when I released the safety switch, the rocket didn't shut off. At one point, it probably pushed me over 200, because I was already beyond the time trap and still accelerating.
I'm registering 198.67.
Combining Terry's first run of 193.71 miles per hour with the 198.67 gives him an average of 196.19 miles per hour. He wanted 200, but succeeded in breaking the land speed record on his rocket-powered ATV. The rocket has pushed Terry to a new record, but will it stop?
At the time, the only thing that was going through my mind was, how am I going to stop this bike? There was no way I was going to touch the brakes. The buffeting on my helmet was just so incredibly bad, I couldn't even see the track anymore. I was holding on for dear life, and it wasn't until I was probably less than 100 yards from the end of the track and the rocket suddenly idled down.
But it wasn't over yet.
When I got to the end, the rocket actually had not shut off. So Pete grabbed the fire extinguisher, but instead of him burying me in white powder, I told him, just reach under and shut off the bottles, and he did, and the rocket finally shut itself down. I didn't know what really happened, but I was shot up so full of adrenaline that when I got off the bike, I was actually uncontrollably shaking.
Safely off the ATV, Terry does not even think about the record. Only now does it dawn on him the risk he has taken.
Feel my heart. It's beating 100 miles an hour.
If I got in, it is for sure.
Oh, seriously, that's the scariest damn thing I've ever done. I'm not doing that again.
Oh, you said that last time.
No, you don't know, man. This thing is squirrelier than hell. That was scary.
Awesome.
They called in the speed, and neither of us could believe it. It just didn't register at first. In fact, it just didn't even impress me at all. I was just really glad that I was standing there talking to Pete.
What's up, man? Congratulations.
I think I'm gonna have a stroke.
The challenge overcome, a successful new record, Terry heads back to teammate Jeff. Jeff still can't quite believe what he just witnessed.
I couldn't believe it. It absolutely blew me away. What he's getting out of what he's riding is incredible. Yeah, he's got a, rocket on back. It's not like NASA's.
I was very satisfied with the record, but so many things were starting to go bad that I knew that if I kept pushing it, that something ultimately very bad was going to happen.
I'm done. Man, I ain't doing that again. I don't give a
Yeah,
crap
but you
about
say that every time,
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was telling him every time.
This bike was just so not set up to do that. It was all over the place.
Cindy and the kids don't deserve that, so I decided that's it.
I think he left some time on the table. He could have easily surpassed that 200 mile an hour mark. A little more refined setup like we had in the past, I think he would have easily gone over that.
That's it. I'm done. God damn, I couldn't.
No, I give about another 60 days and somebody's going to take a stab at you.
No, I'm done.
Come here, baby doll.
I was just praying for the whole day to be done and everyone to be in one piece at the end of the day.